Welcome to the Breaks Library online class for information evaluation. While the criteria used in this class can be used to evaluate any information, we will focus on the World Wide Web. This online class consists of 7 modules. You are in Module 1, or the Introduction module now. In Modules 2 through 6, we will work through 5 criteria for evaluating information. We will discuss each criteria, how to apply them, and where to look for necessary information on websites. Module 7 will wrap up the class. The World Wide Web is the Wild West of information sources. Anyone can create a web page, and the information may not be edited or evaluated before it is posted. The openness of the web is great because it provides a venue for people to express their opinions. However, it may make evaluating information found on the web more challenging. To further understand some of the challenges of using web information, let's compare it to the information we find through libraries resources. You use your computer to access both types of information, but there are important differences. You locate websites or free information by using search engines such as Google, Yahoo, or Bing. This information is free to you, paid for by sponsoring organizations or advertising. Information in library databases is proprietary, published under the controlled conditions, and paid for by the library. As a student at SDSU, you are ultimately paying for this information through your tuition and fees. Fee sources are often databases such as EBSCOhost, ProQuest, or LexisNexis. Since we find many sources of information through our computers, we may not realize we're actually using different information access systems. The methods we use to access information affects the information we find. Web information accessed through search engines varies in quality, and the review process is highly variable. When you access information through library databases, the articles you find are usually edited and reviewed. The rigor of this process varies. Newspaper and magazine articles are written by professional journalists and are edited before they are published. Some publications have more stringent processes than others, but publications wish to maintain a reputation for quality. Journal articles are carefully edited and reviewed before they are published. Web and database information varies in other ways. On the web, opinions may not be clearly labeled. At times, it can be difficult to tell if a website is presenting facts or offering opinions. With database articles, opinions are often labeled as such. Editorials and letters to the editor are examples of opinion pieces that are clearly identified. When evaluating information, you want to look at who is producing the information. On the web, it can be difficult to tell who is authoring or sponsoring websites. With database articles, authors are more clearly identified, and their credentials may also be listed. Information evaluation also involves looking at how authors use sources. On websites, the credit given to sources varies. With database articles, the sources the authors used are more clearly cited, and enough information is given so that you can locate these information sources yourself. When we use information from databases, some information evaluation has already been done by editors and reviewers. We still need to evaluate the information we find in databases, but in a sense our job is easier with these types of information sources. When we go to the web, the Wild West of information sources, we want to be on high alert. We need to apply a high level of scrutiny to web sources because information has not been edited or selected like that found in library databases. It is important to note that the information evaluation process depends on your purpose, or how you will be using the information. If you are surfing the web for entertainment, You will not be overly concerned about the quality of information you access. However, if you want to use information for academic purposes, for papers, speeches, or projects, you will want to carefully evaluate sources. Also, if you're using the information to guide an important decision, whether a career, medical, or financial decision, you will want to carefully scrutinize your sources. There are various schemata for evaluating information, and many have overlapping criteria. We will use the 5 criteria listed here. One way to remember the 5 criteria is to think of the phrase, all A's on current classes. Wouldn't your family be pleased to hear that report from you? The phrase serves as a mnemonic for remembering the criteria because the words in the phrase start with the same letters as our evaluative criteria: authority, accuracy, objectivity, coverage, and currency.